Delta Company, Route 10, Hut. The CO stood in front of our platoon as the drill instructors moved throughout our ranks. I stood with 64 men who I had shared blood, sweat, and tears with for the last 3 months. Today was the day. Today we could officially call ourselves United States Marines. And as I stood there, I began to think about the journey that I had been on and where I am today. Let's look back at that journey. First phase begins with the van doors opening and the drill instructor screaming in your face to get on the yellow footprints. On these yellow footprints, I was shaking in fear, not knowing what exactly I was about to get myself into for the next 3 months. It's during this phase where you begin the breakdown process. The DI scream in your face, do push-ups, pull-ups, run everywhere. And the whole point of it is just to break you down. Like a builder, the builder has to break down the foundation in order to build a new foundation to build a house, for that house to be sturdy. And they were doing the same thing for us. Before I joined the Marine Corps, I had no discipline, no direction, and I was heavily involved in drugs. And it was during this phase that they were chipping away at that foundation. Leads us into phase 2. In phase 2, you begin to work more with your M16 rifle. You spend a lot of time at the range. It was actually during this time that I began to spend a lot of my time in the Bible, and that I gathered a lot of my strength from God. And it was during this time that I began to realize that I could get through this monstrous journey. You begin to learn about the core values of the Marine Corps: honor, courage, and commitment. And you start to have the mindset of a Marine. As you move into phase 3, you've been broken down and you've started to be built up. And you start to realize that you're not much further and you become a Marine. During this phase, you're tested with your teamwork skills and everything that you've learned during this time. And at this point, you go through a thing called the Crucible. The Crucible is a 3-day test where you hike 54 miles on lack of sleep and a lack of food. But at the end of it, you get to claim the title of Marine. In conclusion, I was told that I'd never finish this journey from the beginning, that it was too hard for me, that the Marine Corps wasn't for me, and I began to believe that. However, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And I will never forget where I came from. On my uniform is my name, and I was always a Gallagher before I received the title of a Marine, and I will never forget that. Thank you.